Alok, how do you think the pandemic has impacted what Andres was talking about the human connectedness, and specifically around the human-centered design, right? Because we've always been doing it in person. How has the pandemic actually impacted this?
It's one thing that's funny is that uh, I used to insist that stakeholder interviews be conducted in person for so many reasons. You can pick up on nonverbal cues, you can environmental cues, and that's just not been possible for the past 19 months or so. So that is one of the ways that it has impacted. It has also provided some opportunities, however. I was recently working with a government client on modernizing one of the services they deliver to citizens. And we insisted on interviewing frontline employees so that we could get closer to these people that are providing the services. And some of the stories we heard were inspiring. And we realized that some of the executives were disconnected from these stories. So the pandemic forced us to use video to bring these stories. And we asked some of the call center representatives, would you please record a 2-minute video of yourself talking about what you like about your job and some stories of helping your clients. And they did. And we brought this video into an executive workshop. And it was such a powerful moment that we wouldn't have thought of previously. If we were all getting together in person, we would have thought, we can't fly this person in. But the pandemic is a constraint that has catalyzed the creativity that we bring to some of the work that we do. And one way is through these short videos with end users that we can share with executives.
I actually feel that there's a lot of things that have changed, and I agree with you, Luke. There's the context is different. I remember bringing equipment and visiting people's homes and doing ethnographic research and understanding the context of our clients was so important. There were so many conversations. Sometimes we were interviewing a client, but then the spouse of the client sometimes would say, well, actually, I'm the one who actually make those payments. It's not you. And it's like, okay, can you join us? And it's like, there's like organic conversations sometimes that happen at home, right? When we were just kind of observing or asking questions, that about things that we wanted to learn more about, from their behaviors and attitudes as users. And now we don't have the opportunity to do that now, but I think from the research perspective, I think there is a lot of opportunities that we've been able to explore to make research meaningful, but at the same time more flexible and adaptable, right? So and it helped us actually rethink what is the problem I'm trying to solve a little bit more, because the type of research methodologies that I need to pick, I need to choose, have to be tailored to that context, that this new context is this new way of working that is more virtual now. So I think that has pushed the boundaries a little bit on what user research is. Another thing that I think is very important to consider is the impact that the pandemic has made on within the organizations. As we know, the pandemic has made an impact in many different industries. The jobs market is really hot right now. There's a lot of talent rotation, right? So innovation doesn't happen just by utilizing the right software, right? The innovation happens because of human collaboration. Is human teams leveraging technology and tools, but collaborating as humans, right? And I think for us as leaders, understanding the impact that the pandemic has made within those teams, and being able to empathize with those teams, to be able to attract talent and retain talent, and find the right partners as well to be able to form those teams to drive innovation, I think is absolutely essential, and it's at least it's a priority actually for me as a leader. Before we think about roadmaps, budgets, everything else, we need to bring the people. So that is, that's a key consideration in the pandemic, for sure.